Alrighty, welcome welcome back to Librarian. It's the next day for me after I did a 12-hour day yesterday. This game has hacked my brain, and I need to purge this devil out of me. That's what's happening right now. So I'm just right back at it. Just got back from the gym. Healthy lifestyle. Vision stealing thief. Theft. Misread all of that. This is only 3 books, so it's probably the full set. I think we're about to get real familiar with the 1H section over here. I've pinged some people, and once again in an open lobby, so at any point people might show up. Surprise. Death Note is interesting. That'd be like a mystery novel, right? UM. I feel like they would count, like, the real Death Note as a mystery novel. This technically isn't indicating, I don't think, what Death Note is. There might be requiring you to have outside information. Oh. Okay. There are no 5-volume things here. Or there. Oh no. Death Note is something else entirely. Probably not romance. That's wild, because it literally is... Wait, is it a Bard thing? The Death's Note? I just misread it again. I keep misreading how stairs work for some reason. I guess I just see so much stairs in this thing that I think I'm going upstairs. 1, 2, 3. It's not. I don't know what Death Note is. Shit. It's not Bard music. 1E. I don't think the Necromancers have any short books. Wait, is this Necromancy? Artifacts. It could be an artifact. No. Fuck. I'm gonna have to put Death Note down. I don't... I don't know what genre Death Note is. Let's put it over here as a mystery. Even though it might not even be finished. Same thing with, yeah, Foundations of Metaphysics. I don't know what genre that is. Shadow Mages? It can't be Journeys of the Shadowland, because Journeys of the Shadowland only have 5-volume stories. So like a Darkness Mage? Some of these are fucking hard. Otherworld, not Shadow World. It says Shadow Mages is a headline indicating that maybe go to pick out from that. Maybe I should just assume it's... I probably should assume this is a stealth book. It is. Let's check if Death Note is. It's the same color as ones in the genre, but it doesn't really give the vibe. No. Definitely don't have any idea what they're categorizing Death Note as. That's weird. Stealth arts, techniques to becoming heir. That's straightforward. Ninja books, lurking darkness. So there were so many goddamn types of books in this part because so many of them are actually only 3 long. That's why it was such a nightmare to sort through them. There was some Z fighting there. I saw that. 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10. Book of Spells. Space Legendary. Legendary Space. A lot of them have counted as other thing. Hello, Colonel.
Hello.
How do you do?
I do well. I saw a message, chat with me over Librarian game, and I click.
Yeah, I'm playing Librarian game again. I was playing this yesterday too. Oh, I should be streaming the game. There we go.
Well, you're streaming the game for everybody.
Yeah, but it makes no sense to people in the Discord what's happening if they can't see the game in there. There we go. Chronicles of Music Magic. Well, that's clearly Bard bullshit. Yeah, we're just hanging out having a zen time. Playing the Librarian game. And then every now and then someone gets really drunk.
And joins the chat, or in the game somebody gets drunk?
No, like Bird last night. I went for 12 hours yesterday. Magic for the lazy.
Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't here.
It happens. Magic to mute a specific person's voice. That's really funny.
Wait, is that in the game, or is it?
Yeah, it's the books I'm finding. They're nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Sorcery, math. That's so cursed. You shouldn't have math and magic. It's basically evil.
And also, it should be maths, because it's magic.
Is magic Europe exclusive? Do we have to use the European maths?
It's British, yes.
Magic is British.
Yeah.
Like as a concept. You're J.K. Rowling's
like,
final defender. It's like, actually,
no,
the Eurocentric world building was based.
Oh, no. I was going to say not because of Harry Potter. I don't know, it just feels like it.
Magic to mute a specific person's voice is so funny.
Alright, what is this library nonsense?
It's a library nonsense. It's a game with a library and some nonsense.
Oh, okay.
Let me make the foogies a little bigger.
You can't just take my mother's profession and turn it into a video game, how dare you?
It's easy.
True, everything can be turned into a video game at this point.
Yeah. No, what happened is when I got here, the entire place had been destroyed by a pixie. Every single book, all 3,072 books were scattered on the floor, all over the balconies and down there. And so I went, it looked cleaner a few hours ago, but I went and cleaned the entire floor by sorting all the books into colored piles, because they're more likely to feature the rest of the set that the book has to be sorted with if they're all sorted by color. So I'm like, these blue books will probably feature the rest of, like, because they're like encyclopedia sets, like they have to find the whole thing. So I was like, if I put all the blue ones together, then they're more likely to be with the other blue ones in the same set. And now I'm like slowly unpacking each color one by one and actually trying to navigate them. So I'm dealing with the black books right now, which are all like vaguely, they're like curses and stealth books and stuff.
This is a lot for a game of 52
Nothing about
pickup.
A lot for what?
A game of 52 card pickup.
It's fun. It's fun and normal, and I'm normal for playing it for 12 hours yesterday and then coming back today.
Perfectly fine. Perfectly normal.
I was wondering, like, can I just show this to my therapist?
Am I okay? Am I doing fine?
We all have our different ways of coping, you know, with the everything of it all.
Yeah. Today I went to the doctor's, and doctor asked, among other things, mind you, do you have any complaints? Is there anything wrong? And I'm just like, no, everything is fine. been doing
He said
exercise.
he lied lyingly.
Mhm. And the doctor, I think legitimately and not sarcastically in any way, said, well, there you go. Congratulations. Everything is fine with you. You are fit to work. Go back home. And I did that.
Sounds accusational. Wow, good for
I don't
you.
know.
I'm glad things are working out for you, the only person in the world.
Why are you here wasting my time?
Yeah, I think
This
a lot
is
of
not
people.
the right type of magic.
I think a lot of people do the doctor because it is kind of a waste of time, unless you have something to complain about, because they don't ask.
Hmm.
I mean, they check your pulse and you need to eat more vegetables, and I'm like, okay.
I feel like they just say lose 10 pounds on autopilot every time you talk to them. It's like, just,
Oh, this time they did.
It'll just cure every
They
health dilemma you have is if you just lose some weight.
This time they didn't say that to me. They
It's
usually
because
do,
you're not American.
Oh,
You
no.
have coverage.
Hey,
Hello,
Toma.
Toma.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
I'm also streaming, but I saw you guys in here, and I've got 15 minutes for my chat to decide on what I'm streaming today. So I want to say hi.
Hello.
How y'all doing? You having a good time?
Fistmaster.
yeah.
Yeah.
How's it
I see
going?
Zev is finally here.
Just fucking around with the chill little library game because
Hell yeah.
it's in my brain. It won't let me go.
The madness consumes you.
I was
at every
promised a
turn.
pizza
That is how
party
we-
if I tidied the library. That's what the game said. And I'm going to drive to the developer's house.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was gonna say.
This got real ominous real fast.
I'm gonna hunt them down for sport and pepperoni.
Oh! For sports and pepperoni.
I am gonna get a pizza the moment I beat this game, like out of verisimilitude. In the name of verisimilitude, I've been in conniptions over the fucking black book pile that I made because all of them are just black books with white text and almost no like patterns to a lot of them. They're so similar that it makes me want to die. But it looks like I might have a lot of them set up correctly. I might have the
Oh, I like
sets and
those.
tens and
The
three.
ones with the
Oh yeah, the
ones
cool
with the little.
wrap around, the journal
Yeah.
style books.
Turnbull.
Oh, so I don't think you've met before. So this is Colonel RPG. He has a long-running CRPG channel on YouTube, and this is Zev, who's the guy that I visited twice in Vancouver, and just got
know Zev.
a VR video into the Ferality Showcase this weekend,
Yeah.
last
Zev.
weekend.
Mhm.
I've seen Zev in real life. We took
Yeah.
him to lunch once.
Yeah, well, it's
That was
Colonel
bad.
and Zev haven't met before.
That was... Oh, that's true.
And I'm being a bad friend.
No, you're a good friend.
Giving away our secrets.
I'm like the nexus
Secrets.
of everyone meeting all the time, and I keep forgetting that.
You're
It's
the
like-
nexus of everyone meeting,
I mean,
or are you
not
in
really.
the nexus?
I met Zev before I met you.
Yeah. No, I just mean like I'm constantly connecting people and then not actually like saying who anyone is to each other. So they just sit there awkwardly and be confused.
I do that all the time. I invite people to my Discord and they just kind of sit there and I'm like, all right, I should introduce you people. And then I forget.
Well, there's two ways of sitting there awkwardly. You can sit awkwardly because you're awkward about sitting there, or you can be awkward and sit there but not be awkward about sitting there. Does it make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get you.
I think
The
I lost
awkwardness
tra- I
comes
lost-
from within.
Yeah, that's a much better way of putting it. I lost
Yeah.
steam halfway through. Yeah. Well, you're the bookman, so you're more. You said conniptions, and the other word that I don't know about in like the 12 seconds.
That just
and
came
it's
out of
like,
me. I don't even know why that happened. That was
Well, it's
scary.
All the books you're eating. Look
I
at
have a
it.
question. I have a question for the bookman. What's the definition of a conniption?
I don't know.
Oh.
I just said it on vibes.
You know what? Fair. That's how
I'm
a
the-
lot,
I'm
you
the
know, a lot of
Shakespeare
people
of
use
my
words
era.
based on vibes.
I'm up here verb and nouns and shit.
To be
Crazy.
fair,
Mhm.
I only know of it like in terms of a conniption fit, never by itself.
Yeah.
So, what is a conniption? That's a great question.
If only we had
we'll
like
never know.
resources for learning information that we're all
Yeah, if
sitting
only
at
they
right now.
Find the
If only
dictionary in the
still made
library.
books. If only they still made
Oh, I
books,
can't open
we
these
would know.
books. I'm not allowed.
What's even the point then?
I'm like the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
So, according
Oh.
to Merriam-Webster, a conniption is a fit of rage, hysteria, or alarm. So when you're saying conniption fit, you're saying fit.
Okay,
Fit.
that's kind of what I thought might
That's
end up
good.
being the case. Nice, I love an
Like-
oxymoron.
A TAM machine.
Yeah,
Is it an oxymoron
Actually, that's
when you
not
just
an
say one thing
oxymoron.
twice?
it's the opposite of an
Redundant.
Immediately,
Sorry,
for
you're right.
immediately
Redundant.
calling you out.
No,
Oh,
that's
sorry.
Oxymoron.
I went out of character there. I'm sorry.
You went out of character. It fit.
I was the one that started out with
I just
complaining about
had the
boredom.
weirdest thought where I'm like, Sorcerer's Apprentice, like the old like, if that's what's called, the Mickey Mouse like fan like thing, isn't it? Isn't that a story about temptation? I'm trying to remember how that went. Is that like a borderline an adaptation of like the Garden of Eden?
I don't know. That's not my job. Books are your job. You're the one that's being a librarian.
I don't remember what happens. Is he like not supposed to do the magic and then he does the magic and he gets in trouble? And it's
Wait,
like
maybe?
Is the
like the
Garden of
serpent
Eden-
like the serpent onto Eve.
The
Oh,
Garden of Eden is supposed to be about temptation.
I know some people are into that.
Yeah. The serpent?
Oh.
It's like that's the only
Yeah, that
story
people
about the
take
Garden
that
of Eden.
Yeah, but like it was written with more of a focus on the sort of, blind blind trust of God rather than necessarily the power of temptation.
Yeah, but they were tempted away from God.
Yeah, you can take that away, I suppose, from it. You can take a lot of things away from it, including the whole thing and throw
Kill
it in
these
the trash.
people.
Oh, also that. So you're almost done with this wing of the Burks. Do you have Gersberms?
What the fuck? What did
Nobody
you
knows
say?
Gersberms.
Are you okay?
I'm too old. I'm too old. Everybody in chat.
Oh
say
my
hi
god,
if,
it's
if you know
Gersburns.
Hello.
That's all I took from that.
Aren't we all old?
Yeah. Yeah, I only know old memes. I'm sorry.
That's fair. I remember I Can has cheeseburger.
That's from that time.
I remember
Gersberms.
I remember Ceiling Cat.
Ceiling
and
Cat is
Basement
watching you. Oh, of course.
Watching you masturbate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I love.
okay, but
Ceiling
do you
Cat.
guys remember? But do you guys remember Basement Cat?
The which one?
The Basement Cat.
Oh no, actually, off the top of my head, no. Which one was it?
Basement Cat was basically just like a black cat, like sitting at the bottom of like a staircase in the pitch black darkness. And it was like
Oh.
people liked to mimetically pit it against Ceiling Cat for some reason, as if it was the devil to Ceiling Cat,
As one does.
God or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it always goes back there reflexively.
Yep. People
Can't stop.
love their dual. No, not duology. Not what. Toaster.
Cats. They love their cats.
Hello, Toaster.
It's
Hello.
We're having an
have,
adventure.
I have shown up as I am wont to do to ruin your content and make it completely inaccessible to others by
fair.
complaining about a game. I am extremely confident I am the only person in this group who has actually played.
We're being visited by special guest Keaton.
Yeah. So, has anyone here played Soros, the PS5 Housemarque exclusive?
I think I saw a buddy of
Nope.
mine playing it the other day.
You said it was too easy or something?
Yes, that's what I am here to complain about.
I saw
Go
a
right
Blue
ahead.
Sky thread.
Yes, Soros. I wanna put it out there and say that Soros is a very good game with a very interesting and unique story that I liked a lot. And Housemarque did a great job making a thing that I liked. But I
Fuck 'em.
I just have very tangible proof in the form of Soros that little baby weenies who complained about Returnal being too hard objectively made an experience worse with their complaints, and that making games easier for want of completion accessibility objectively makes a game worse. Because Saros is too easy, and like to a degree that is absurd coming from Returnal, which was admittedly an extremely difficult video game, but
Like,
one
some
that I
kind
think
of
about.
hell of bullets.
Yes, it's almost like it's a bullet hell about the Sisyphean struggle of trying to survive a time loop.
Sisyphus was there. That guy's jacked.
Yeah, Returnal's a very good game. Before I go on this rant, or I guess mid while I'm doing this rant, everyone should play Returnal because it's really fucking good. It's a really good
Before
game.
I go on this rant, like you're
I was gonna say,
literally
you
like
guys already
this,
started?
like you're signposting. This is still the introduction of the video essay before the 2-minute ad break.
Yes,
I'm opening Steam right now. Let's see.
Returnal is on Steam. Saros is not. Saros is going to be PS5 exclusive forever, but presumably. But
Oh, it's on discount
Returnal
as well. Everybody in chat, go buy Returnal. 67% off.
Returnal is really fucking good. It is a really, really good video game. It is my pick for the game I would adapt into a film if I could, and I think it would be not only an easy adaptation, but a very good one. I think that game has a great story, and it's like a game I think about on a daily basis, basically.
Oh yeah.
I have some issues.
Let's play with
Not of Returnal. No, I played it when it came out before I had a channel. I've been wanting to do a Let's Play of it because I want to replay it because I like it so much. But anyway, I'm just going to explain it for people who have never played it. So Returnal is a semi-roguelike, time-looping, one-run bullet hell third-person shooter where you have to make it through a series of biomes, Risk of Rain style, and beat various overworld bosses in order to solve the mystery of a time loop happening on a alien planet. It is very Metroid-y, very Alien-esque. It's got like one of the best atmospheres in any video game ever in terms of like the vibe. But it is excruciatingly hard, and it was a video game that had a lot of vision behind it. And what I mean by that is when it released, you were expected to complete a full run of the game in one sitting. You could not suspend a run, and if you died, you went all the way back to the beginning. In terms of meta progression, yes. In terms of meta progression, there is a little bit, but it's more in the form of like permanent abilities you get rather than just raw stat bonuses like a typical roguelite would have. So Returnal veers more closely to like a roguelike, the very traditional, you know, Castlevania, you have 3 lives and you go all the way back to the start. Not that Castlevania is a roguelike, but like that sort of structure. Then it does something
feels
like
one
you know,
sometimes.
whatever else, right? Then it does like a Dead Cells. Or I guess Dead Cells is closer to that, but less meta progression, I guess, is my point. I don't want to get sidetracked. But its story is really interesting because it has this like very strong ludonarrative harmony, and it takes that idea of like a person stranded on an alien planet in a time loop to its like logical furthest possible conclusion you could ever make from it, which is like exploring all avenues of what this time loop is, how brutal it would be to this person who is like basically reliving a horrible experience over and over and over again, and what that would do to a person, and like maybe what it means to them, and yada yada. Returnal is super fucking cool, really cool game, but it got a lot of complaints because of how difficult and how punishing it was. If your PS5 like went into rest mode while you were playing, when you booted the game back up, you would be kicked back to the start. Like it expected you to sit your ass down and play for an hour and a half to complete a run like any roguelike. Over time, this got changed. They added a suspend save feature, which they originally did not want to add because they were worried that it would lead to people safe scumming the game, blah, 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 not playing the intended way. And spoiler alert, it actually legitimately just did lead to that. Yeah, like immediately.
Yeah.
And they also added co-op, which is very weird because this is a game about like brutal isolation and loneliness and like what it is doing to its main character. And you basically just play
friends now.
Well, you're not even hallucinating friends. You're just hallucinating another literal carbon copy of the main character, Master Chief style, just going through the campaign next to you. And the other really weird thing with it, other than it just like breaking the balance of the game and making it way easier, is when you play the game in co-op, it disables the cutscenes, but it doesn't necessarily disable cutscene progression. And what I mean by that is the game is designed to be played multiple times in a row so that you're constantly redoing runs and sort of Hades style, unlocking more bits of story that Celine, the main character, is like experiencing and telling the player about, kind of like as the story continues, right? You're unlocking more pieces of her memory, unlocking more kind of mysteries of the time loop. And it usually happens at breakpoints between biomes. For example, there's one hallucination or I guess environment, without getting into spoilers, that recurringly appears despite the random generation of the world. It's a random house on Earth.
Hey, Toaster.
That just, yeah?
You like my deluxe edition of Berserk?
Oh, it does look like the deluxe edition of Berserk. You're right.
That's my input.
Yes, I have a shelf that looks just like that.
Me too.
But, as you go through this world, you're unlocking more things, and every single run, at some point, you're going to run into this random Earth house that is manifested on this alien planet. And it's in that house, and through exploring that house kind of PT style, that you unlock more story moments. And maybe this was patched, I don't think it has been, but when you're playing in co-op, you can hit that house, but like the cutscenes and special events that happen there don't prompt, like they don't play in co-op mode, but your file gets that progression marked as if you saw those cutscenes. And it's designed so that you hit certain...
This is how you stole Housen from me. Or Astarion from me, is you took all my flags and I didn't even get to date him.
So the thing with this that's kind of a problem is because the game is structured in such a way that you're meant to hit this house a certain amount of times, unless you're an uber god gamer, before hitting like each biome breakpoint. Every single time you get to a new biome, usually there is like a house cutscene that will correspond with that. But if you're playing in co-op and you're breezing through the game, there's a very good chance like on your first or second, run, you might just like breeze through the first 3 biomes and your save file is just set to now have those biomes unlocked and you can skip directly to them if you want to, and just never get the story of the game. And like, that's fine, I guess. Like, if people want to skip cutscenes in a video game, like, I guess you can acquiesce to that and put a skip button in. But it brought up a really good point at the time for me that, like, people were advocating for, like, let people play how they want to play. It's fine. And the devs were like, okay, but, like, you're gonna miss all the stuff we crafted. And people were like, oh, well, we paid for it, so that should be our choice. And it's like, okay, yeah. But then also people were like, it's not gonna happen that way. Just embrace it. It's fine. But like the end product was a worse version of Returnal that meant more people played it and missed the point of it and like came away from it not even knowing what it was about or like why it was such an amazing experimental video game that was really cool. And so I bring this up because it's very, very clear that Saros is a response to this. Saros is similarly a roguelite bullet hell third-person shooter where you run through biomes in what feels like or seems like a time loop with a character that recurringly resurrects, trying to progress through areas to beat overlords and see cutscenes and unlock more of their traumatic past. Structurally, the games are pretty much the same, with the difference that Saros has meta progression, like a lot of it. It has like a whole skill tree. You're constantly bringing back resources to expand this skill tree. And while Returnal kind of has like a similar system, it's way more buffed up in Saros than it is in Returnal. And I was talking to Sage, composer for some music from GPG, as you may know, and Sage was like, yeah, Saros is a power fantasy to Returnal's like isolation, survival, you know, introspective horror. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. But the part that killed it for me is not only does Saros have this progression system that like carries between runs and empowers your character, both you get way more on like a moment-to-moment basis in Saros than you do in Returnal, but also the story of Saros is like, again, I'm trying to talk around spoilers for those who want to play it because it is a really cool story on paper, but like it is a game kind of about a person who's kind of shitty, and there's a recurring refrain of this character constantly repeating to themselves like, I need to take what I want. I need to take what I need and what I deserve. But spoilers a little bit, it's pretty clear from the start, doesn't really deserve all the things he's taking, and in fact might kind of be a bad person. And the whole point of the game is to learn that and like learn the reasons why he might have this worldview and why he did the things he did and continues doing the things he's doing and why that might be making things worse. But that really conflicts with, one, all of the meta progression in the game, just really wanting you to just get more powerful and just forcefully take more from the environment and just steamroll all of your enemies. But also conflicts with just the pure fact that like this character from the start, even without all of the meta progression, is just so powerful that like he can manifest destiny, steamroll everything, and just take what he wants all the time without like any repercussion. Even to the point that the true ending of the game, as Housemarque is known to do, they often put another ending beyond hitting the credits of their games. In Returnal, this process was like a nightmare. You had to keep going and keep repeating and item find and get perfect runs and stuff in order to get the secret true ending. In Saros, I mean, the character just like learns the thing he's supposed to learn, and then the game puts waypoints in to get you to do it's literally like the first credits is just like a fake out. Like it's just, there's no point in it even being there. They may as well just have prolonged the ending of the game for the hour it takes to then get the true ending afterward, at least for me. And it's so frustrating to me because Saros is such a cool game with such a cool story, with really refined gameplay, made by a team that knows what they're doing and is willing to take chances and like tell stories with characters that you don't really see a lot of in games and be really nuanced and ambiguous and cinematic about it. But it's like so undercut by this fear that like the target audience isn't big enough to support it, so they have to make it super easy for the babies. And all that's gonna do is make them like not actually have a meaningful ludonarrative experience as they play through the game, because they're just gonna breeze through it and maybe even beat it faster than they can collect the text logs and the audio logs and
I'm
see all
reminded
the
of
secret
when
cutscenes.
Nier Automata was afraid you would stop playing when you reached the credits, and so they just had a text box explaining that you're supposed to keep going, which on some level feels like it kind of defeats the purpose of even faking out the idea of an ending when you're just like, but just kidding, just kidding though, out loud, just in case, I need to tell you out loud, we're just kidding, keep playing please.
Yeah. I do think Automata is interesting because I think Automata does more than just this, but like, yes, like I'm getting so tired of games being afraid to just commit to having like a path that you're supposed to play through. And like, I think games just want the completion stats to look bigger on the PSN trophies, listing, because
like
there's been a lot of
getting
discourse
self-conscious
about it.
of how every game is beaten by 10% of players, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And it just bums me out so much because like I really enjoyed Saros.
What Toaster wants is this book right here, art collection that no one can understand.
I would love
10.
that. I would love that.
Toaster, you were right. You were right though. You are here to ruin the stream. No.
Yes, I am. I am here completely to make this content inaccessible.
I think.
All right, Toaster's trying to back out. Tomo's trying to back out because they're imprisoned by their dual streaming right now.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I literally told my chat I'm gonna let Toaster just do his rant before we leave, and then we're gonna play Mina the Hollower. And now I think Toaster is done, so we're gonna go play Mina the Hollower. You all have a good time. I adore all of you.
See you later.
Bye, Toma.
Bye.
I didn't realize Toma was streaming. Sorry, Toma. But
No,
I mean,
I think there's a lot of perspectives, or a lot of angles that you can take on that conversation based on different games that do different errors in that. And like you were talking, and for immediately came to mind the expansion to Prey 2017. I forget the name of the expansion, which to me. The fact that it's a roguelike, that you can't pause and you're meant to read all the texts, and you're meant to like go through the entire level and learn the level, but also read all the texts. That the fact that you're under tension made it so that I couldn't enjoy the story for what it was. But on the other hand, a game like, for example, Hollow Knight, which I'm playing through, quote unquote, where the dialogue is all whimsical and really interesting. I think it's not necessarily a masterpiece of writing, but it is like obviously a lot of passion goes into every interaction. Yeah. But it's a game where you're meant to have in mind where you've been, what you're doing, the map, especially early on where you're getting acquainted with everything. And for me to immerse myself in the world and like enjoy it for what it is, I really need to turn that part of the brain off for me. And so I suck at the game. I don't know where anything is. I'm terrible. But I'm loving the characters and like everything. But I am also getting to the point where I don't know what to do very well because I suck. I turned the brain off for the gameplay part. Yeah. And I think those are all sort of the same problem. There's an ideal person for any kind of game, and Hollow Knight is definitely the ideal game for a lot of people. And Keith is a big fan of the expansion to Prey and disagrees with me on my critiques, quote unquote disagrees.
I mean, Mooncrash is good. It's better than Deathloop.
Mooncrash, that's what. Oh, for sure it is.
Which is rough because it's the same premise by the same company, but not really the same company, but nominally the same company. And you're like,
but he wasn't executed.
You didn't check in on what the other guys did because they did this really good like a year ago.
Yeah. I mean, that might be an interesting comparison point too. I admittedly did not play the Prey DLC, and I did not play Deathloop because everyone told me Deathloop was bad and uninteresting. So I was like, okay, whatever. But it's one of those things. With fucking Returnal to Sorrows really makes me mad because I just want to talk about my experience, which may be admittedly different than a lot of people's, because when I say Sorrows was easy, like it was easy for me, but I also have beaten Returnal And like Returnal's a hard game, but like I have the experience of it, so like maybe that just objectively prepared me better for Saros. But so I played the first run, and this is something that pissed me off. I did my first run, I got to the first boss. They give you second chance. You have second chance built into your character, so when you die, you get up and you have like a second health bar. So I managed to get to the first boss, second chanced, and beat them on my first try. And I was like, oh shit, cool. Like there's stakes. I have to continue the game now, and I lost my second chance. And as you play through the game, you get more and more chances to get your second chance back. And also, when you get to the second biome for the first time, it forcefully makes you go back to the starting zone so that it can do story at you so you don't miss the story, but it resets your progress as well, which is fine. But there's like clearly someone thought about the fact that they're like, oh, people who find this game easy are going to need like breakers in place that make them go back so that they can see important story beats and not get lost like what could happen in Returnal if you skipped all of the content. Mm-hmm. But at a certain point, that stops happening. And I think in total, it took me less than 10 runs to complete the skill tree and get the true ending of Saros. And when I'm gonna look at how long to beat for Saros right now and see. This says completionist for Saros is 28 hours. I have almost every trophy in Saros, and it took me under 9.
Damn.
Because I guess I'm just really good at it, but it reminded me of something that really bummed me out. This is what my Blue Sky thread was about, which was a thing that happened to me playing Sekiro, which is a game I love and I think is basically perfect. But Sekiro did this thing to me where as a player, I realized the value of the parry very early on, and just inherently, the kind of person I am, just was always going for parry and was always focused on learning when to parry. So I never blocked in Sekiro. I just didn't see the point. I just parried all the time. Because why would I block? Parry's better. I don't, at one point or another, I'm going to have to learn all the characters' attacks anyway, so I'll just parry them all. Whatever, it makes it easier. It gives me a reward, so I'll do it.
But it was really hard not to block sometimes just because it was the same button.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's fair. But I guess what I'm saying is, I'll watch, streamers play Sekiro, and they'll, hold the block button down to block, 3 incoming attacks, and then parry 2 big attacks. So that they're like, oh, I did my 2 parries for this pattern. Now I'm good. Whereas for me, it was oh, if they're attacking me, I'm parrying it, period. Every single attack gets a response. So when I started to do New Game Plus and did my Bell and Demon Charm or whatever, Demon Bell and Bell Charm or whatever they were called, and the game was all right, dude, prepare for it to get more difficult. Blocking does chip damage now. You have to learn to parry. I was oh no, I'm sad because the game isn't going to be any harder for me. I already was doing this. In fact, I forgot that I could block on purpose and just assumed that it had chip damage to begin with. So now there's no point in me doing a Bell Charm run because I already did it.
Challenge runs, but you were already playing the challenge run the whole time.
Exactly.
Well, guess what, Toaster? I'm playing the challenge run right now.
Yes, trying to make a let's play while I talk, because I mean that's a pretty challenging thing.
This is a game about sorting books.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Yeah, but I'm doing manually. Every time you complete a shelf, you level up, and then you get spell points that you can cast to get spells. And the spells are stuff like, if you hold a book, summon the rest of the set of that book into your hand and stuff like that. And I'm no.
Gotcha.
That just gives me less of the game that I'm playing on purpose. So I'm not gonna do that. So I'm intentionally not
Yeah, that
using
is
the
a-
game's features. So the how long do
That is a weird weekend.
I set in for a commitment for this yesterday because I was like, I'm gonna beat this game in like 5 hours according to how long to beat, and then I'm gonna get some pizza. How long to beat does not account for you being a jackass and playing the game wrong on purpose. And so I'm now in the throes of a full 2-day playthrough. And that's just how my life's
It's not
going
even
now.
wrong. It's just why would the spells be like
I don't know.
that?
I don't know
That's-
why they did that. No.
That is a weird thing. It's just, well, skip the next level. That's the,
The Naked
perfect
Warrior.
spell.
Hello? The Supreme Creed of the Naked Warrior? Romance novel? They want to put me in the
Probably hentai.
warrior section, but I think it's a romance novel.
Definitely hentai.
Can't just
All
call
right,
everything
I'm going
hentai.
to leave. Sorry, that I can't stay for longer. Can I have?
See you later.
Go cook.
Maybe tonight.
No, not tonight. Sorry, but
Womp
tomorrow.
womp.
Bye.
Bye.
It was good seeing you, Zev and Toaster.
Bye, Colonel.
You probably took psychic damage when I was like, ooh, I have a renewed interest in Returnal because they added a co-op.
Yeah, I don't know if I would say I took psychic damage. It's more just like, oh, if you do that, you'll have a bad time. You should just suffer through it the intended way, because it's really good.
Yeah. For me, that was a bummer to hear because I'm like, oh, because I was looking for the next. Because I wasn't looking for whether or not I'd play Returnal. I was looking for the next co-op game.
Yeah.
So like, oh, maybe that's a good candidate. And like, no, it's shitty and dumb. I'm like, oh, I guess it's not a good candidate. And then I was like, let's play. Then I was like, let's play Resident Evil Revelations 2. And then after we met up the day of to play it, and found out that it doesn't have online multiplayer. It has a tag.
Oh.
It's tagged on Steam with online co-op, which would make you think you could play, you know, the video game part of the video game in online co-op. But actually, they mean that there's some sort of like pseudo mercenaries type bullshit that is technically online co-op. But the actual entire campaign, that's the reason you would buy it, no online multiplayer. It's like, you can't. You gotta stop having like tiny token online modes that tag the whole game as online that just mislead people on a basic customer level. Like, why isn't the rest of it have multiplayer? What the fuck? It's local only, except for the part you don't like or care about.
I just think games should have vision and be interesting and not be afraid of scaring people off, because scaring people off is the point. We should gatekeep more. In fact, games are better for gatekeeping. They should do it. You should make a game that only you can play, and that it will probably be the best game ever. You being the hypothetical you. That's my take. I'm just so sick of games like defeating their own purposes because they're afraid that someone who isn't even gonna get the point of it is gonna play it and bounce off it. It's like, what's the point of having a target audience if you're not gonna target the target audience? I just don't. It like actively makes me angry, actually.
There was no evidence of that at all.
I just want good games and not bad games. That's my take.
Hello.
Hello?
Oh,
hot
it's
take
illusory.
We need more bad games.
Whoa.
Illusory, I'm gonna
Fight.
bite you.
Kiss.
I'm gonna bite you. This is the first thing you say to me in like 3 weeks.
I need more bad games. No, I've been feeling that way. I've been playing around with Amiga emulation again lately, and it's just like revisiting a lot of crappy games from my childhood, and it's like, oh my god. I grew up on so much jank and like played so many terrible games growing up that like, yeah, I think it gave me a weird patience for video games.
Yeah, no, this discourse is happening for the 700th time because of Mina.
Oh yeah, Mina is supposed to be hard or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet.
It's a dick.
But I will at some point.
It's really funny.
I'll
Yeah.
play it. I bought it, but I have been taking some me time to finish writing my Patreon short story for No Playing Games. Subscribe to our Patreon if you want to read that.
Yeah.
The next part is coming out in like 3 days, so be aware of that.
It's almost time for our next season. Oh fuck.
Yep. And
Yep, soon.
I just haven't played any. I do my Genshin dailies, and I beat Pathologic 3, And then I bought Saros to play it for the next month and beat it in a single sitting in 9 hours. So that was frustrating. But yeah, I should play some of the cool video games that came out this month, because every video game ever is coming out from now until September.
It's too
and then
much.
Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out or whatever.
Yeah, I want Dust Bloods to get delayed. Like,
Oh, when
like,
did they say it was coming out? I thought,
take.
did it actually get
no, it's not announced yet. But everyone's the speculation for a while has been that it would come out this fall most likely, and then they just did that reveal thing where they said like network test soon, and it's like, okay, there's never been a large gap between the network testing and the release of these games. It's always been just a few months.
There's just
so
infinite video games.
That tracks.
I need a quiet lull where I just hang out, air my backlog, and try to write stuff. And it'll just never happen. I just need to hard ignore major releases in order to function as an adult at some point.
I'm having an issue writing-wise where last night I was like, all right, I'm going to finish editing what I wrote and get this to like a respectable, 30 pages. And then I wrote another 30 pages in like 4 hours and was like, well,
that's terrifying.
I need another day to just edit the 30 pages I just wrote, because this update is going to be too big and I'll have to break it into 2 parts.
That's not.
Is there a size limit on?
It does give you more to
updates?
do.
There's not a size limit on updates, but it's more like the part that I outlined to write for this next update is like the second part of the story, and then I ended up writing so much that like this next part is more for later in the story, and I need time to like pace it out and edit it, and it's just out of scope for this next update. So I'm just gonna try and edit what I can and flesh out what's there without going over and doing too much more. And anyway, I have to pee like a racehorse, so I'll be back in a little bit.
That boy pees like a racehorse. It's such a weird way to describe somebody. It's the thing you can only describe yourself that way, but if someone else describes you that way, they're a freak.
Man, Toaster really had to pee like a racehorse.
We are speedrunning guests today. Jesus Christ. Less than an
I
hour
saw you had
in,
more
and like
people on
8
not that
different
long
people
ago.
have rotated in so rapidly. It's been
That's
surreal. Just hanging out with an open lobby in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sense of this nightmare library, but oh my god.
I'm doing research for my next video, and I'm just like, I spent the last couple days extensively looking over like every Hollow in Dark Souls, and I'm losing my mind. I'm like, I'm in my own personal hell that I created for myself, and I'm glad to be out of that stretch of it. I have like,
How's
I screenshotted like
your pivot into streaming going?
Pretty good. A lot of fun. It's mostly just been like Dark Souls challenge runs or like weird stuff, but I did more recently start like a data mining stream, which is more like on brand for what I do, I would say. And that's been like a blast. I've in the last like couple weeks, I've been learning way more about Dark Souls in a short time span than I ever have. Like, so cool stuff. And I enjoy it. Like, it's I've been doing it twice a week, but some days I feel like that's not enough. I'm like, I'm gonna have to add a third day at some point or something.
Let's get further drawn in.
Yeah, because I'll be doing stuff where it's like I start a run of some kind or something like that. It's like lately I've been doing the data mining stream every Sunday. So if I'm doing like another run of some kind, that means I can only do it once a week, and I'm like, it's not enough. It's not. I need to. I need to get through this more quickly.
You're gonna get sucked in until you forget to make other content again.
That's the thing, is that's my absolute like like I gotta keep working on other stuff too, but. So, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I gotta figure out the balance for that. But yeah, just doing it has been a ton of fun, and I enjoy it.
It is tough to have more than one channel, or essentially, that's not the same. That's one channel, but more than one project on the same channel.
Yes. Yeah, I originally thought I was gonna do like slightly edited Let's Plays of some kind, but I was like
bored.
No, fuck it. I'm
hang
just
out
gonna
here
stream
till
live.
Joseph gets back.
Hello.
And then you're gonna flee the premises.
Yeah. While the toaster does a pee, I will be.
You can't say this stuff. My audience will genuinely think there's drama.
Oh.
It's happened before. People like read into the strangest lines, and I'm like, "What? Why are you so hungry for there to be conflict?" I don't understand.
Jesus Christ, that's ridiculous. Okay, toaster's taking too long. Tell him I'm disappointed. See ya.
Hello. Goodbye.
That was the entire experience. I reminded him of audience, and he was like, "Oh right, I hate them. Bye."
But yeah, I figured out with live streaming that like I don't know what I was thinking before, thinking I was gonna do like edited let's plays of stuff, and I was like, nope, too much time, too much effort. I'm literally just gonna stream straight to YouTube and let it have a VOD, no editing. Not even already just like adding chapters to my VODs and like creating thumbnails for them. I'm like have that thought in the back of my head, like, am I spending too much time on this? But
It's so easy to, yeah.
yeah.
I lose a lot of time just to like making thumbnails in a given day, and I'm like, oh shit. My mental math of how long my day is based on the recording schedule, and I forgot how much time I'm losing just to like making some thumbnails for the stuff.
Yeah, I look at what you do, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I can not do that. You do a lot, and I would crumple.
All you have to do is forget to do other stuff a lot as a result. That's more or less how it functions. If we pretend we don't remember what function means. It's easy. The pain stops eventually. Where's the butthole book?
So
Are you the butthole book?
I saw
No.
that you saw Backrooms and enjoyed it.
Yeah. No,
Yes,
that's a really
I saw-
solid movie.
I saw it a couple days ago as well, and thought it was good as well.
That was a great
It
time.
is funny that it is A24's like highest grossing movie or whatever. Like
Their highest grossing movie is a internet series adaptation.
yeah. But good for them.
While it's competing with another internet series finale. Like,
Yeah,
that's how
wild.
weird theaters are right now. We have two
Yeah, and
separate online internet things going on at once.
The other weird thing too is that Obsession did really, really well in theaters in a kind of unique way where its second weekend in theaters it made more than its first weekend, and its third weekend in theaters it made more than its second weekend, which is like almost unheard of. Like that happens like once a decade. It's like that's an incredibly rare
I want
way
to see
for a movie to
Obsession.
perform
I
in the
forgot
box
it existed
office.
because of all the other things that came out. But
Yeah,
apparently,
good.
apparently I'm the only one. Everyone else zeroed in on Obsession specifically, and nothing else
Yeah.
is getting the money.
Yeah,
The
so
more crazy thing with the box office performance of Obsession is that Paramount walked back their streaming commitment to the movie and actually expanded its theatrical window,
Oh, yeah,
which
yes,
literally
Again,
never happens.
Literally never happens. Yeah, so it's just like this moment of like these indie horror films like doing really well, and I think like Hollywood is probably going to take note and be like, oh shit, like, you know, we just
Yeah.
Mandalorian and Grogu was dumped into theaters and like no one really cares, you know, and like for these other movies to be capturing more of the cultural like zeitgeist, you know, it's fascinating.
I have like a soapbox about that too that I think is really fascinating.
Hell yeah.
I feel really bad for Mandalorian and Grogu because it's a good movie and it's the
I've heard it was
Star
okay.
Wars movie that has like the most creative heart in a really long time.
Yeah,
And,
I had a good time.
They straight up Jim Henson companied that movie. Like it's a
That's
movie. It's
that
a
was
weird
the most
puppet
interesting
movie.
looking aspect to me. It was like just from the trailers, I'm like, oh, it has some weird puppets in it, so I should see it because of that. But
Yes, like it's a movie made with a lot of craft, with a lot of practical costumes and puppets, and like people have been saying for years, they're like, oh, like Star Wars shouldn't all be about galaxy-ending conflicts. We should tell little genre stories in Star Wars and be weird with it. And then they finally made a weird Star Wars movie, and people are like, It's too small. The puppets are weird. I don't like it. The big studios are
weird.
dead. Obsession and the Backrooms, and I'm like, well, yeah, Obsession and Backrooms are better movies than Mandalorian and Grogu, but like, you don't like. It's really sad to me that like the weird experimental Star Wars movie is the one that is getting destroyed, and people are using it as a scapegoat, when in reality, like, man, it should have been Rogue One that people did this to, and not that. It just bums me out. But yeah, it's been a good year for YouTuber movies, just in general. Like Iron Lung did really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't get to see Iron Lung.
Iron Lung was cult classic territory. Like,
right,
it's not...
I've heard it wasn't like I've heard it's like flawed in some ways, but that it was still like a good attempt, and there are things that people latch onto and still like about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think like for what it is, it's a really good movie. I mean, its biggest thing is just that, like, especially compared to something like Backrooms or Obsession, it's like very amateur and like, you know, low depth of field shots and stuff like that. Like, it feels like an indie movie produced by someone who does not have film school experience, or not even film school experience, but film industry experience. Mm-hmm. But it still was good, and like, it reminds me a lot of like Pitch Black, the first Riddick movie, in that like it's kind of hokey and cheesy, but like also very charming and interesting, and like a really strong sort of debut. I don't know if that first Riddick movie was that director's debut, but you know what I'm saying. It has that vibe. And then of course, Obsession and Backrooms are fantastic. Backrooms is a stellar movie. And what was the other one? I haven't seen it yet, but I know the Amazing Digital Circus movie also was doing really, really, really well. And we're not going to discourse it, but now they're in Fortnite, so like that guy's making $1 bajillion, and that's cool. Like, it's just a cool year for YouTubers. They've been doing well.
Hell yeah.
No, Digital Circus was very good. I cried a lot.
Cool. I didn't realize it was cry-worthy. That's interesting.
I thought you were going to say I didn't realize you have emotions.
Wow.
No, Keith has too many of those.
Wow. All wrong answers. There's no.
You wanted a nice middle ground.
Yeah. Wow. Keith is so well. I forgot what it's called. Well-adjusted and normal, and
is it well-adjusted and normal?
A functioning member of society that watches YouTuber movies.
Emotionally dysregulated enough to cry at the circus clown movie. Got it.
Yeah. It's just because she's a jester and they're in a big tent called the Digital Circus doesn't mean it's a circus clown movie.
Oh, gotcha. My bad. I'll have to recalibrate. I need to catch up. I watched back in the day when it was coming out originally. I watched episode 1 and 2 when Gumagoo showed up and then was obliterated or whatever. And then I was like, this is cool, and then just never watched more. So I need to go back and just kind of redo it and catch up, and I'm sure I will like it, but I just haven't had time. I've been too busy.
Oh my god, sorting through pieces of chaos.
I did beat Pathologic 3, which I really liked. And I saw this is a bone to pick with Ice Pick Lodge.
The correlation of magic and emotion. It's me.
I supported Pathologic 2 on Kickstarter, and I got my Kickstarter code for Pathologic 3, but I never got my DLC code. They never sent me my DLC code. And I don't have access to the email that I originally backed on. It's still, I changed it in the viewer survey or whatever, or the Kickstarter survey. So I get the codes, but I don't have a way of like logging into that Patreon account and like redeeming the DLC code if it was distributed there. So I had to look up the polyhedral room on YouTube, which was like the DLC that they added. And I'm a little sad about that because the content in that room is game-changingly crazy and feels like what they're trying to say with Pathologic 3 put into a single conversation. And I really liked what I saw, and I wasn't able to show it off in my playthrough, which is a bummer. But I liked that game, and it was cool, and I'm excited for a Clara campaign if they do it.
If they can ever get another game out again, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, apparently the studio is doing okay because of Darkwood, and also they're in Kazakhstan now, I believe. So they're not limited by like trade sanctions and stuff like that, and whatever. So that's cool. So I would be very excited to see a Pathologic 4 and see what's going on there. But yeah, I have no more stream commitments. I'm probably not gonna finish Blueprints on stream. I'll probably get back to it myself personally, but I'm so sick of playing puzzle games for people who comment and say just the stupidest shit. So that's not gonna happen. And yeah, I'm so happy to just not have to stream anymore. It's great. I can just come on your streams and ruin them. And that's basically like me streaming. Oh yeah, we could do that.
We can go finish Yick before Hunger happens.
Yeah. Man, I forgot about the Funger update. That's going to be a pain in the butt, too, to fit that into the schedule.
Got a Funger down Hunger.
I have been wanting to replay Funger, too. Funger is such a fascinating game, and I am excited about the update, even though I know for a fact we're going to play it, and then immediately after the discourse is going to be like, the beta 0.75 finally came out, and it's gonna reach the actual finished version soon, TM, in 6 years, and we're gonna need to play it again in 6 years to get the whole story or whatever. But I like Funger, man. Talk about a game with vision.
It's really good, yeah. It's also just like, it's a nice, as a Let's Player, it's a nice spot to be in when you're like, oh, the game that does well on my channel is going to be periodically updated every now and then with a reason to go back and play another playthrough that'll diverge again from the previous ones.
I want games to be done, and I never want to go back to them. I still haven't even played the Night Rain DLC. I want to be able to be done with it.
Yeah, the three of us need to play the Night Rain DLC some point.
I bought it, I am known to do, to buy a game that I will never get back to. That space on my hard drive is taken up.
I can technically say I've beaten like all of the bosses or whatever, but I was playing with Zuli and Iron Pineapple, and they like hard carried me. Like it's like
yeah.
Like Jesus Christ, they're very good at that game. So
yeah. Zuli's streams have been interesting because she's absurdly good at Souls to like a point that doesn't come across in the normal videos.
You never know you can't tell from someone who like just makes like analytical videos or whatever, and it's like, oh shit, oh fuck.
Yeah.
They're extremely good at games.
Bird's response to all of your takes is big talk from Mr. P. He came in during your pee break, and he's like, I'm just gonna hang out while Toaster's not here. And then he's like, he's taking too long. Just tell him I'm disappointed.
Oh, it's because I filled up my coffee while I was up.
Hopefully not with piss.
No. I did have a friend once tell me that pee tastes like sour coffee. And I will leave you with that thought. Goodbye. Have fun.
Everyone's coming and going so rapidly. Everyone's got places to be this Friday.
Damn.
I went for 12 hours yesterday, and I think we have a comparable number of people have come and gone in like the 1 hour I've gone so far today.
That is wild.
As I just try to navigate these stupid books.
I completely get like wanting to. I feel like if I was playing the game, I probably would have done the same thing, which is just not use like sorting spells or whatever the game's trying to give you.
Yeah, it's like that doesn't defeat the purpose of playing it in the first place.
Yeah, because if you're presented with like an overwhelming mess of books, the whole thing is like you feel like you want to get through it all legit. Like that's the whole thing.
Yeah, so I'm trying to develop a system here, and it's not really working. Previously, I've tried to like make separate stacks based on like particular design choices that were on the purple books, like kind of help me separate them a little bit. There's a slight trend here where this is blade and the 3-sword style. So it's like, oh, that's the blade. That's where they put the blades. Here are like the weird side-bound books or whatever you call these, the journal books. And then I ran out of ideas, and so I just have to match the rest based on visuals. Those aren't even the same book. See the problem here? These are like, they look the same.
Yeah.
And they're not the same book.
No, I can see why you would start sorting them that way, though. I mean, you gotta come up with something to begin with.
Sword Saint. This is the mountain one. That's over here. Oh, it's too strong.
But yeah, I definitely recommend Obsession when you can get to it. It's good.
Yeah.
Good movie. Without saying too much, it was the sort of movie that like I felt a certain way about it, and then I wasn't too surprised to like reading comments from like other people who saw it afterwards. A lot of people felt similar in that like the movie can be predictable in a lot of ways, in a way that's weirdly never to its detriment.
Because you're dreading that what's going to happen.
Yes. Yeah. It's a movie it's all about execution. Like when you see the trailer for it, you're like, oh, it's like a Wish Gone Wrong like story, and it's like that seems like that's not an original like concept really. And the movie's just all about execution though. It's a very good execution of A Wish Gone Wrong, and like there are definitely moments where you're like, oh, this is going to lead to a bad thing happening, and it happens, but it's still like particularly upsetting in the way that it does or whatever, that it's just like good. The movie's like nailing everything it needs to do in a way that's very satisfying. I wish we could talk about backgrounds without without spoiling it for the audience, but I'm just like
spoilers.
Yeah.
They're asking
to say
have I asked, chat's asking if I have thought about doing a tier list of the games I played recently. I did a tier list of last year's games, if I remember correctly. You just gotta find it. I make a lot of content. That's the problem, is that then it's unfindable because no one notices it past all the other content. Oh, this is all hard to keep track of. I think spell books need to start going up on here where some of the other spell books are. That tracks logically.
I was gonna say, look at that nasty mess of books, but I realized I have the YouTube video up, so stream delay. You're not looking at the same thing that I'm looking at.
No. I have some complete sets that I just don't know where to put. I'm just like, I don't know where this goes. I'm just gonna have to live with that uncertainty for a while.
What I am wondering is like, so how are you sorting the shelves? Is there some sort of guide to like what types of books are supposed to go somewhere? Or are you trying to like sort the entire place alphabetically? Like,
there's sections.
But, okay.
What I'm doing is I'm fixing this library where everything was in its correct spot. So the rule is everything has to be in the correct section. You have to interpret what section each one's from, and sometimes it's very explicit, sometimes it's less explicit. Then you also need to sort each volume from left to right.
That's cool. Yeah, now you've got that guide there. Very useful. So what's the lore of the game? Was there an earthquake? Was there an evil magician? An evil wizard was like, fuck this place, and just like, bam, all your books are fucked up now? Or like...
Almost, yeah. It was a pixie, or a fairy, I mean. Keep saying the wrong one.
That makes sense.
Yeah, a fairy came in and fucked everything up. And so when you spawn in, you just see that everything's fucked. And then there's the pairing books. I put those by the sword books, that makes sense. The
King in chat said there's a wanted poster.
Yeah.
Gotta see what this fairy looks like.
Real quick. What happens when you spawn in is that you get this note from Merlin talking about how fucked everything is. And so he's like, everything's fucked. I'm just gonna lock you in here and you can't leave until the entire library is fixed. But if you get 100%, then we'll get you pizza. So then yesterday as a gag, I was like, I'm just gonna marathon this for 5 hours, which is how long it said it was gonna be. on the How Long to Beat page. And then I'm like, I'll just beat this in 5 hours, and I'll get pizza, and that'll be how my day went. That'll be the arc for today. Here's the Moana poster of the fairy that I uncovered.
I should pull up your Discord thing so I can see it.
Or I was gonna say I'm streaming it directly at you, yeah. This little fuck.
There we go. Yeah, hell yeah. That's adorable. Dead or alive, stupid fairy.
Yeah. So when I came in here, all the shelves were mostly bare. There was like 3 books or so on this or that shelf, but they were all like horizontal and the wrong books. But otherwise, the entire floor of the area, both upstairs and downstairs, was just covered in books. And so I spent the opening hours just slowly sorting all of the books by color into piles. Because the logic there is that the books that are of the same set will probably be sorted into the same piles, and then I can fix the piles later, which is what the state I'm going now. Is now I need to like try to sort the through those. But there's been some wrenches in my plans, including the fact that there's a day-night cycle because I'm taking so long, and so the sun goes down and the white light from outside goes away, and then it becomes replaced by all these lamps turning on, and the place is powered by yellow light, which changes my interpretations on the fly of what color I think certain books are.
That's funny.
So there's a bunch of edge cases where books that I thought fit here or there, I've now sorted clearly into like different piles, and so at some point I'm just gonna be like, "Where's the rest of the set?" And I'll just have to like.
I could see you'd be like, "Oh shit, was that purple or red? Fuck!" Like
yeah. At some point I'll just have to deal with that. It's gonna be chaos. But every time that you. It counts how many books you put in the correct spots, and also or invalid places, and also how many complete rows you've done. And then when you level up, when you complete enough rows, like it says in the corner there, you level up, and then you can buy these spells that I'm not buying because they're evil and stupid.
It's like the color perspective puzzle in The Witness.
Yeah,
but with your books.
And also self-inflicted because I just decided to make it based on color.
Yeah.
Like here's the green pile, here's the red pile. A brown pile. But I have like 4 brown piles, which is the hell of my own making that I need to keep track of. It's an earth spell. I desperately need to just like look for certain kinds of books that are especially recognizable and sort those ones out of these nightmare piles and leave the rest to rot and then come back for those ones later. Like it's its own obstacle just trying to figure out how to like even physically navigate these books. There's just such a churn. Like I'll put these medallions over here, these jackets over here. And maybe just to make a pile for generic books that I don't care about. You're like you're too bland, fuck you.
Yeah, we'll worry about you later.
Yeah. I'll find a way to differentiate you from the other books later when there's less differentiation to do. I keep poking at different piles because it's such a pain in the ass to even navigate these piles. I'm losing my mind.
I feel like Merlin probably did something to deserve it. He had it coming.
Yeah, he's Merlin. Fuck him.
Yeah.
ACAB includes Merlin.
Merlin.
Mervin the Merlin.
I was in re-exploring like Amiga games recently through emulation. I had like a text adventure, like Sword in the Stone. What's the name of the game? It's like Arthur and the something. I don't remember, but
Arthur and the something.
That's the game where I was dealing with Merlin just a few days ago. So I'm like, oh, Merlin is hot lately, I guess. For included.
Yeah,
30-year-old
people are hot
game.
for Grandpa. Merlin and the throbbing staff. Archery books I don't have space for, but I had a number of different systems. Like as I was doing it at first, I was just starting in this corner over here, and so there's books here that aren't supposed to be here even, but this was completely filled with books at first because it's just where I was sorting every volume that I would just sort of amassing. Like I was collecting, and when I was collecting enough of them that it looked like it was almost the complete set, I would put them over here and sort them over here on these shelves, which means I was ignoring what's supposed to actually be on this shelf. I was just focusing on that instead. And I'm like, this is where I'll complete the sets, then I'll take them to where they're actually supposed to be. So if I take them where they're supposed to be, I'll lose track of where they are, and it won't be an effective way of being able to organize these things by vision and so on. So everything on this shelf is actually still not supposed to be here, because I haven't touched it. This is the archery shelf. So the books I just threw in the corner way over there are some of the archery books I know of, which I've collected, but I can't put them on the archery shelf because it's still full of my sorting nonsense. And then I was like, okay, my favorite color is purple, so I'll just collect all the purple books and put them between these chests and on this general landing. And then it was just going further and further along the balcony. And then as I had more space, I was like, okay, here's a new alcove. I'll put blue books in this alcove. And I just kept clearing more space, and everything that I didn't have a color space for yet, I was just throwing over the balcony downstairs and adding to that pile. Got to this alcove and added green, and then I added red and brown, and then this was white, and that was black. And now I'm slowly like deconstructing these horrible piles. But once I started clearing downstairs, I then was also like, okay, we're gonna make separate piles for these colors downstairs, because I'm not going back upstairs, obviously, that's insane. So now I have multiple stacks for every type of book, and now I need to just like combine them. Just like figure out which ones to take out of each stack, and then figure out how to combine those ones later. Right now, I've just decided that I'm gonna take all the boring books and just leave them in a big pile, but all the ones that have distinctive weird features, like being side closing like that, or having gems or big medallions on them, those are gonna go. And these fucking middle school ass like clip art on the cover ones, it's like, okay, those stand out enough. I'll put those in individual stacks to keep track of them. Oh, I remember this to actually have the rest of the set. Volume 1. No, it's fun though, because akin to like some of the stuff with Power Wash and other games like that, it's just all self-directed. You just have an end goal, but no means for getting there. And so you just sit there and like everyone will kind of play it differently, and you just kind of like self-direct in your own particular thing of what feels good. And what feels good for me a lot of the time is to just pivot between different strategies on the fly and be like, okay, I did that for a while, I'm gonna do this one for a while. Because I'll just do anything differently for a while, so I don't just get bored. Because if I approach the entire thing the same way with the same method the entire time, I would want to die.
Right.
Like that would be a bad time. So I've had varying strategies along the way. Let's move these to a more visible location.
It's a clever idea for a game, though. Just like sort of like the niche that Power Wash Simulator fills of just like repetitive task amounting to cleaning a thing or organizing a thing, you know?
Yeah. I'm kind of enjoying it more than Power Wash, just because there's like more to do.
It's a more complicated problem to solve. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a more long-term big project. It'd be kind of fun if it was like a multiplayer game, but I imagine the physics might have struggled with that idea.
Right.
That one being down there. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see if we could cover it. If it was it's interesting to imagine a multiplayer version of this and how it might be tackled. Definitely would go faster unless we were actively working against
sabotaging each other.
Yeah, unless you're actively working against each other by having such contrary approaches or something. Or was I putting the butthole book?
It's like throwing every sorted pile you make back into a messy pile and just being like, oh, a fairy did it when you weren't looking.
I could see this being a friendship ender. This game could ruin some people's lives in a very real way. I don't remember where this was. Shit. Am I still over here? It's a weird self-inflicted memory test at every corner where you're just like, fuck, where were these? Where were they? I'm gonna grab these medallion books and put them with my other medallion books up here. I was 10 hours in before I learned how to jump.
Oh shit. It wasn't like a space bar? Or you just didn't try?
No, there's keys in the environment, and those keys unlock chests, and the chests each have passive abilities in them. And there's no indication of like where they are necessarily. So you just get to suddenly discover sprint 6 hours into the playthrough, and then discover jump 10 hours into the playthrough. And jumping for the first time feels so good because you jump so fucking high that you can like skip having to go around this entire staircase and everything every time. So, if anything, it was actually really cool and clever how it took too long to unlock it because I got to have an emotional experience.
Trekker King was reiterating what you're saying. Making a game, especially one with physics simulation with multiplayer, just makes it incredibly more complicated. Someone was asking in my stream the other day if ragdoll physics in Dark Souls were shared multiplayer, and I was like, no, that's all calculated locally. You don't see the same ragdolls on corpses because that'd be like way too much information to send over the network.
Yeah, that'd be vicious. Yeah, I remember trying to explain that to Andrew because I was explaining it in terms of like my argument for like why Overwatch could easily just have it so that you could turn off skins for other people. Like everyone else could see their skins, but if you don't want to play with skins, you could just have skins turned off. And it's like, oh yeah, of course you could do that because everyone's physical appearances aren't like synced up in any real way that everyone has to like share or anything. Like they could just let you not have to all look at the exact same visuals. In fact, games frequently work that way. Because one of my complaints about Overwatch is the fact that everyone has these cosmetics and it really fucks with your ability to read what characters even are on a regular basis. You're just like, how do I tell who anyone is? This is fucked up. It was a history book. Whoops. Again, some wild moments of my evolving definitions here. Let's see. Shit, is this history? Oh no, where was history? Genesis and Evolution of Magic. The Birth of Magical Languages. That sounds like a history book. I guess it's not. I don't know. I had evolving definitions for what each pile should be, clearly, in addition to the changing visuals. So like there's just like weird exceptions everywhere of like, oh no, you shouldn't be here. I've been looking for you for 7 years.
Now I did see like I didn't get to watch too much of it, but I did randomly open up your stream for like just a minute yesterday, I think it was, or whatever, and the library looked way messier than it does now, so.
Oh yeah, this is a huge change. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Full set. It's very satisfying. You're like, I did that. But it's also like it's a devilish evil satisfying because on some level I'm like, now I'm seeking the catharsis. Like now it's got me. Like I've got to keep going so I can get the finished experience now. Now I don't want to let it go. Here, let's keep the plaid books here. Those exist. Oh my goodness. Okay. There are yellow books here. That's how far off things got at one point. I was like, yellow's brown. Okay,
I mean, in the right lighting, it kind of can be, so.
Yeah,
I just see if that happened at nighttime, potentially, too.
It's more that, like, brown just wasn't, yellow just wasn't an available category to me yet in my head. As like,
you weren't finding enough of them.
There wasn't like a trend of them, really. But now I'm like, oh, that's where some of these fuckers have been hiding. They're just like they're buried deep in the brown book piles. Forgotten. Such is my plight. It's always a fun thing to say because it's so stupid. Such is my plight. The Naked Warrior, oh whoa. Right there. Didn't nail it.
This is reminding me that I have a piece of furniture that, like, a boyfriend and I don't know what to do with, which, I mean, we're keeping it because it's fucking cool. We found out at a flea market a bunch of years ago a library cart. Like, a vintage, like, it's made of... A library cart. It's, like, made of wood. It's, like, really nice. I like that it has like magazine racks on the end. It's just like it has handlebar, like pushable with wheels. So because it's
I can
older,
ride
it like
my
looks
cart with no handlebars.
it looks like, you know, like actual furniture. You know, it's not like a modern like metal like aluminum cart or something like that. So like it functions like at a distance. If you didn't even like clock what it was, you would just think it's like some shelving or whatever. But it's like so perfect to have, like, you know, you fill it up with books, put magazines in the end, or records or like whatever. But now, like in our new place that we rent, the house that we live in now, like there's just not as great of a spot for it. So it's like up against a wall, which means stuff on one side of it can't be seen. So it's kind of like, oh, I want to get that thing from the cart. So it's like push it several feet, like the carpet's not that good. The carpet's not that thick, so it's like not that much of a pain in the ass, but it's like kind of funny to like, I don't know, they have to push it a few feet, and then like from the kitchen, like oh, now I can look at the other side of it and get stuff from it. It's like doesn't feel that ideal for the space we're in, but I love that thing too much to want to get rid of it.
How to commute with magic. There's some very goofy thing. This is the everyday magic section. Like simple enhancements, 1,000 easy spells at home, compendium of useless magic around the world, how to commute with magic, spoiler prevention magic, 3 seconds to the office, magic for last-minute commuters. As if you have time to read a book, 3-volume book about that.
That's
Any
great.
kitchen recipes, spells to protect and nurture your dwelling, deep and restful sleep. Magic for the lazy. I think one of them is how to mute a specific person's voice.
That's incredible. Spells to protect your dwelling. Merlin should have cast that in the library if he didn't want the fairy to destroy it.
Yeah.
He should read his own books.
Yeah, he really dropped the ball there. Can't believe Merlin's so embarrassing. These are more medallion books. I should... salvaging my situation down there is such a clusterfuck that I'm now bringing them up here to like further partition my fuckery into a better system. With the power of jumping, even I can be a star. The physics is very funny because it just like stops having physics. The game was 100% just like
Oh, yeah.
We're
If it's like too messy, too complicated, it just kind of gives up in the spot, yeah.
Yeah, well, when there's enough of a pile of stuff, they'll just be like, we're going to stop checking how the physics is going. So the books just then float until you touch them again. But it leads to some very strange stacks with the order that it takes stuff out of them in. Magic for the lazy. That's where you are.
What they could do is once the game decides to freeze them, it could like animate them moving slightly, wiggling slightly back and forth. So you could be like, they're hovering at that point. It's magic.
Yeah. I didn't see if chat was talking about that specifically, but they prompted me to think about this game being in VR, and I'm like, oh, that's both a blessing and a curse. It'd be kind of neat, but also torture to do all of this labor in VR. That would make me want to die. Having to physically move your arms the whole time would be pretty rough. Okay, this is all gonna go back in the corner because it's just generic-ish books.
VR is one of those things where I keep saying like, oh, eventually one day I'll try it out, but I still have not.
It's good.
So
it's neato. I think everyone should play Half-Life Alyx. Everyone should be given a Valve Index and Half-Life Alyx just an experience.
Yeah, that game looks super cool. Yeah, there haven't been too many titles that have got my attention where it's like, I gotta play that. But that is one of them that would be like first on my list to check out. But I don't know. I feel like I wonder if I get like nauseous in VR. I feel like I'd be one of the unlucky ones to just like bounce off of it.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Nope.
There are like a handful of things that just involve like buy-in, and you don't know until you try it if you'll even have a good experience with it, like fursuiting.
Yeah, that's the thing is like I feel like at some point I should. That's the thing is like I don't know anyone IRL who has like VR shit either, so I've never gotten to do it. Like, I've gone to like some art exhibits that had like some VR like installation stuff. There was one where it was like you wore a VR headset as you walked around. It was like some historical thing, but like I don't know. That was like pretty like low quality and kind of jank. And I was like, well, I'm not playing a game, so I can put up with it for this, but. Yeah, that is to say, I think the only time I've done anything VR really is to watch people talk about like doing war crimes. So
for the history exhibit.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, well, now that I think about it, that sounds kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's a very specific experience you've had there.
Yep.
Nullification. Gotta sort these very similar looking books now. But I'm down to the medallion ones at least. Gotta get in the habit of telling them apart now. The ultimate secret of the Philosopher's Stone. The alchemical art of transmuting food to poop. That's just eating.
That's just eating.
That's just eating.
That's the joke. That's great.
Me when I eat. I only have like one of those somehow?
I like how alchemy didn't turn out to be real, but then chemistry and physics was also just like way more insane and magical than anyone attempting to do alchemy back in the day could have possibly comprehended.
Little did they know.
Right? Like... If we tried explaining to people that, like, oh, and there's these gluons and there's quarks and this thing has a downspin or some shit. You're just like, what? What is any of this?
Yeah, you know, a downspin. Everyone knows what a downspin means. Okay, these are clearly math books. Now, physics and chemistry and so on gets a lot harder the moment you're dealing with stuff that you can't really, like, see at all. You're like, what are we talking about? Where is this stuff? Like, oh, these math. There's so many math books. They have a specific aesthetic to them. With these bands. Well, there's one. That's not the right set. I don't want to look at the blue books right now.
Is everything very conveniently in volumes of 3 or 10?
3, 10, or 5.
Gotcha.
And that's the shapes
That's
of the
very nice.
shelves. I definitely
That's very
thought
nice of the
that you would
authors.
have to have 2 different, like encyclopedias share a shelf more than you
Right.
ended up having to.
That makes it a lot easier that that's not the case.
Yeah, they consistently fill the shelf. And here's a 5. It goes back and forth a bit. Naked Warrior. I know I threw some sword books down here because I remembered where they were. Encyclopedia of the World Potions. Oop. Toaster really just came in for his gaming rant and then wandered away.
That's funny.
Listen, this is about to become y'all's problem.
I did hear more like tepid reactions to Saros or whatever it's called, compared to Returnal. But I don't know. I haven't actually watched any reviews, so I don't know if people agree if that difficulty is an issue with it or what. But yeah, I've heard that the like aesthetic of the game is great. And now to find out, does every Black Knight in Dark Souls see the same distance?
Just try to figure out if every individual unit of the same team, of the same guy, has the same stats, or if they've arbitrarily switched some of them out.
Exactly. Yeah, because you never know what you're going to find. Like, the amount of granularity on hollows is... I guess it's not that surprising, because like an early game location like the Undead Burg, they're trying to customize a lot of traps and like locations and little set pieces. So it's like, oh, this hollow aggro's from 9 meters, this one from 5 meters, this one from 15. You can see them getting really hands-on because it's the early game and level design is more complicated. And then like in later game areas, like the complexity kind of drops off. But yeah, no, Black Knights throughout the game, yes, they all see exactly the same. Okay, cool.
There's the butthole book. I lost it. It was in a special little butthole stack. Like you do. Introduction to Intimate Transfiguration. Ooh.
Oh, damn.
That's the good shit right there.
That's the good shit.
Actually, let's keep the plaid in this corner. Come get these ones.
It's funny seeing values for the Black Knight ghosts. They're talking about the ones that wander through like that ghostly hallway entering the kiln. And I'm like, if I gave them, they can't see or hear or smell any distance at all, which makes sense because it's not really an enemy, but I'm like, if I modded those values to bigger numbers, would they suddenly like aggro? That would be funny. Probably not. They're just told to just walk in a straight line forever, and I feel like that would probably happen no matter what, but I'll have to make a mental note to mod them and test it out.
Sword corner, or a specific part of my library is my sword coast. These books look completely, almost identical, and they are very different subjects. A people enchanted by glowing slabs, interracial social dynamics, and the Dark Berserker and the Great Sword, which is clearly Berserk.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, that's a really different subject. Magic creatures and spells. I'm pretty sure this is my green pile. It shouldn't be here. The Valkyrie. Really just like, what do I have that matches the sets of stuff that I was just separating? Books with suns are different enough that I should be keeping them separate.
George Miller reportedly meeting with studios to make final Mad Max movie. Universal, Amazon, and Sony are reported to be among the interested parties.
Or final?
Well, he's super old, so I don't think. Well, he's super old, and it's kind of like if even one more could even be made, because Warner Brothers is apparently already turned it down, so he's having to shop out to other studios.
That's a dark fate for art. That the guy who made Max Fury Road is struggling to make more of them. It's like, what? Oh no, we better say no to the guy who made the thing that everyone universally agreed we loved.
Yep.
Like, damn.
Yeah, Furiosa was really good too, even if it wasn't quite Fury Road. Still very good. So yeah, I want to see more.
Yeah.
Let him continue to cook. I'm just browsing the movies subreddit as I do once every now and again, just to see what's going on with movies.
What are movies?
What is a movie?
How are they doing these days? Someone should really check in on movies. I haven't heard from them for a while.
I'm always like terrified of like the local movie theater and then going out of business. Not that it's even like a good one, but it just anything at all. Just because there's like, it's not that uncommon to go to the movies and there's very few people in the theater. I'm like, how is this still in business? Please don't go out of business.
Yeah,
Please.
There's not a lot left.
This is like it's one of my favorite things to do. I have a lot more options if I'm willing to drive an hour, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah. No, Anso and I have been going to the movies a lot lately.
Hell yeah.
And, like we saw, oh god. I think one of our first movies we saw together is we actually saw The Drama in a drive-in. It was our first time being a drive-in.
I wanted to see that. I had a couple friends were telling me like I should watch it. They liked it a lot.
Yeah, The Drama's really good. And we saw Mandalorian and Grogu and, oop, that's not the right type. The Back Rooms, Digital Circus. I showed him all of Digital Circus over the last few weeks, and then we went in and watched the movie itself. Just had a really good time with that too. And that was extreme. That was a very solid experience all the way through. Digital Circus stands up really well to rewatch in preparation for the release, but then also the finale was extremely good too.
Maybe I should catch up on that. How long is that in my local theater? Okay, it's until next week, so I have time to do my homework because I still haven't seen any Digital Circus. So
yeah, it's not too much to watch too.
Cool. Yeah, that is a yeah.
It's like catching up on Breaking Bad season 1.
Cool. Yeah, I really had no interest in Scary Movie.
I forgot
Disclosure
that was
Day I was curious about because just like none of the trailers captivated me whatsoever, but I was just kind of like, but it is Spielberg and he tends to do at least pretty good movies.
I was so perplexed by it. Like the title is so bad.
The title is terrible. Trailer does nothing. I do like Emily Blunt a lot, and apparently even people who saw the movie and were just like, it was like okay or whatever, the consensus is that she's fantastic in the movie. That it might be like one of her best performances, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm already a fan, so okay. So at some point I'll watch it because of her, but yeah, so the trailers did nothing. Like I felt nothing. There was no hook. There was nothing.
Some solid trailer making right there.
And I even I don't know. I got a bit of like maybe the clip was out of context or something like that, but like I saw Steven Spielberg saying like this is real life or whatever, like his marketing or whatever, just kind of like does he literally actually believe that the government is hiding the existence of aliens? Like, is that kind of his angle? Like, is there a bit of a a gross like
He has made a lot of like
conspiracy theory,
alien
like,
movies.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like that sours it for a bit for me too. If like it's like if there's like a true believer angle, not that can't lead to a good movie. But have you ever seen that movie JFK? It is like a very well crafted movie, but it's all conspiracy theory nonsense that's been debunked, and it's like it's so frustrating because I remember I enjoyed it the first time I saw it.
But now you know that the whole thing is just nonsense.
But the whole thing is just nonsense. But it's well crafted, not like it's so well written and directed, and the cast is great. And like, who did that movie?
That's me. Like how I was brought in by the movie Zeitgeist at one point, or Zeitgeist moving forward specifically. Like I think I didn't actually see the rest of it, or know that there was more. But like it was this like really interesting look at what the world could be, or for me it was like this like socialist manifesto kind of thing, but supposedly like it's like just a huge mess of conspiracy nonsense that I didn't really like understand about it when I was watching it as like a teenager. I have not gone back to actually check, but I just remember that like I remember it being mentioned in a disparaging way in a Folding Ideas video at one point, and I was like, ooh, should I unpack that at some point? Because it's like this is one of these like documentary-ish things that really brought me in during early YouTube. Or maybe Zeitgeist is like a crazy conspiracy bullshit documentary.
I think it is. I've never seen it.
But maybe Zeitgeist moving forward is actually just all about like, hey, maybe we shouldn't own cars. Maybe cars should be shared by all of society and stuff like that. Maybe that part's actually good and based, despite the origins or something. So the main thing I took away from that one was the idea that like automation is going to increasingly make the concept of labor pointless, and private property is basically a bad idea as a concept, and that many parts of life should actually just be like shared property that you use as like a resource instead of a thing you own. Like the idea that of cars being a form of public transit, which admittedly when it reaches reality goes into the messy realm of like whether or not self-driving even works and so on. But like there was just this idea like maybe we shouldn't own our own cars and other stuff like that like all still kind of resonated overall.
All kind of track. Yeah, there's a lot to resonate with there. But then I think looking it up now, there's a bunch of like 9/11 conspiracy theory stuff in there. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay.
I don't remember it being about 9/11. Maybe that specific one wasn't.
Maybe it could be a different thing I'm finding here.
Because I specifically watched Zeitgeist moving forward. I don't know what the other Zeitgeist movies might have said because I didn't notice they existed, I don't think. Where it's like, that's a bus. I'm like, yeah. Listen, I was 14 and this was deep. Like, but literally.
Yeah, that's how I felt about the JFK movie. Only to later on be like, well, I can't recommend this to anyone anymore. It's all based on like fake history stuff that, you know, they didn't. That's how so many conspiracy theories work. Is just like, isn't it so crazy that X, Y, and Z, isn't it? And it's just like, yeah, but X was half true, Y didn't happen, and Z also didn't happen. So it's just like, well, okay, great.
There's a gradient from conspiracy theory documentaries to just your average YouTuber.
Yeah.
Where they're just trying to act like, that's so crazy, this stuff's so crazy, and the stuff that's crazy is just like you not knowing basic things about the world is why things seem crazy.
Yep.
It's like, oh yeah, that would make things seem crazy because you don't know anything about anything.
Yeah, everything's a mystery when you don't know how anything works.
Yeah. There's a better quote for that, but I can't remember what it is. It's like everything is a revelation to a newborn babe or some shit like that. Some sort of Game of Thrones level good quote.
Oh, I'm still hung up on the name Disclosure Day for a movie. It just makes me think of Garbage Day, which I know is not the
Garbage
name of that movie,
Day.
The phrase Garbage Day just lives in my head rent free, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I showed
Disclosure
Ansu that
Day,
like yesterday. Half of us bonding has just been us sharing our vocal stems and being like, okay, well now I need to bring up the clip of that. So I'll just randomly be like, Garbage Day, and they're like, what the fuck? And then I bring up the video, and now it's like, now he's gonna say it. Now I win. Meanwhile, I haven't even watched that movie. I just know it from a Red Letter Media video.
I don't think I can't remember if I've seen it or not. I've definitely seen the first Silent Night, Deadly Night, and I think that's from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, which I may or may not have seen, but can't say for sure.
Too garbage, too day.
I think I have that right. I don't know. That's like the first thing that came to mind, so that sounds right. But what movie is Garbage Day from? Yeah, that is Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Yeah, I just genuinely don't recall. I feel like I might have. There's a fair number of movies that I put on when I used to work at a video rental store and just kind of like half watched.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That might be one of those. Thankfully, because video stores were such a dying business, that a lot of the movies I did put on, I did get to devote 100% of my attention to. Because it would be like customers would be so, it was depressing, but yeah, customers would be so infrequent that I could just sit and watch a movie for like 30 plus minutes uninterrupted. Like,
God.
So then someone comes in and I pause it and it's like, okay.
What can I do you for?
That was great. I could put anything that I wanted on. I made the mistake of like, I'd play it by ear, you know, if I put up like an R-rated movie on, being like, okay, just be more ready to pause this if someone comes in, because I don't want like
freak somebody out.
Yeah, I'm not like some careless like, oh, I don't care if your kids see this is the edgy video store. You know, I'm not gonna be like a dick. You know, like, but I did try putting on like the Harold and Kumar Go to Guantanamo Bay, which like, you know, was not good at all. But that scene that opened up with like there's like an opening scene of him like jerking off to something and like him like I think jizzing himself in the face or whatever. And I'm just like, someone walks in with their kid right after that scene happens, and I thank God with the frame I paused it on was like not anything weird. But it was like literally just like seconds after of like, you know, fake cum being squirted at his face or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, like, oops. Then like that was a good reminder to be careful about the movies that I put on.
I guess it'd be too much of an admission to just have like a TV that's just pointing at you as the worker.
Yeah, it was like a cross. It was like a kind of like a cross from me and like kind of at an angle a little bit so customers could see it too. Yeah.
Otherwise, you could just go to town.
That was great though. I missed that. It was I used that period to like catch up on a lot of classics that I hadn't seen before. And yeah, it was a good time. I missed that place.
I was kind of wondering about like working at video stores.
It was a weird one that was only propped up by the fact that it was owned by people who were wealthy and had money. Mm-hmm. And like, it was one of those things where they weren't doing anything illegal. Like, it wasn't a front, but I definitely think it was some sort of like kind of tax write-off, like kind of like owning a business that isn't doing well somehow helps. Since I had no fucking clue.
They just didn't care that much about the business or even benefited from it not doing that well.
That's the thing, because you would think like, oh, well, it's just people have money and they love movies. It's like, dude, I worked there for like a year before I even fucking met them. Like, they were not in there. Like, they didn't care. And eventually when they did take over the place, they turned it into like an antique place instead. And like, that's what, and it was like, okay.
Like they remembered they owned the place at all.
Yep. Yeah, their real passion was like antiques and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, fair. You own the building, so, but
then why did we do this for this long?
Yeah, it was so much cooler when it was a video store. It was right in the middle of the neighborhood in Philly, but we didn't carry porn, and that surprised a lot of people. Like an independent store independent video rental store that doesn't have porn. Like, what's even the point? And I'm like, okay.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
There was like an NC-17 section that had like some queer stuff in it, but I never watched any of it. I don't know. Like it all just seemed like cliche, like kind of stupid softcore porn. That was like, yeah, I don't have any interest in this.
I don't even stop the car for softcore.
It's like the real stuff is online. What is this? It was funny though, because we had like, it was in that weird period of time. This was like when did I work there? This would have been like 2008 or so. And we still had a pretty large VHS collection, but obviously like by 2008 VHS was already like out of style. The average home did not still have their VCRs hooked up or whatever. So it was always funny, like we didn't have the display cases out for the tapes, but we did just have like a big archive in the back. So a lot of times people would come in and ask for a movie, be like, hey, do you have this? And I'll just be like, it looks like it's not in on DVD, but we have it on VHS, and they'd just be like, no.
God, no.
Yeah.
God,
every day, some
no.
people would take us up and
No.
rent the tape still.
God.
And I was like, yeah. The real ones.
Wait, I just yeet books across this fucking place. It's gonna be very funny when these videos come out and somebody points out that I was able to just put books down the whole time. I just never knew. So I've just been throwing them across the room the entire playthrough. While loudly complaining, I can't believe this is the only way you can play this game. Like it's like some sort of advanced comment bait.
That's funny.
So I've just been chucking books across the room this whole time. And it's like it's a real struggle when you're trying to make them actually group the way you want them to.
That seems like the right way of doing it.
Do I have 10 of these yet? Only 9. I need one more. Almost there. How many of these are there? 9! Oh my god, those went everywhere. It would change my life if I could just set down everything in my hand in one stack. Maybe I should check out the controls.
Yeah, maybe that does exist. Or...
Well, it doesn't say that. Just press Q to drop book is what it says. Yeah, I don't think that's a smart way of doing it. It'd be so nice though. Save me!
I don't know why this headline made me laugh, but on the movie subreddit, announcement: today's AMA with Kelsey Grammer has been canceled. And I'm just like, I don't know what. Why is that so funny to me?
Is it because of Kelsey Grammer?
Maybe. Okay, so it says, our previously announced AMA/Q&A with Kelsey Grammer for today has unfortunately been canceled at the last minute. No reason was given, and it will not be rescheduled. Damn.
I've heard he's just a huge prick.
That's what I've heard too.
Like, I guess they cast the right guy to play Frasier.
Maybe someone told him the last second about the Rampart debacle, and then he got afraid about how he was supposed to answer things in here. I don't know.
The Rampart debacle?
Yeah, do you know anything about what I'm talking about with like the Reddit AMAs and Rampart?
I know what Reddit AMAs are, and that's it.
Okay, yeah, there's a really funny one from back in the day where, what is that actor? Why am I blinking out his name? I can picture his face right now. Rampart actor. Googling him as the Rampart actor. Woody Harrelson. So Woody Harrelson was doing an AMA trying to promote a movie that had just come out or was coming out called Rampart. And Because, that's how they go. It's like, obviously, they're promoting some latest work of theirs, but the whole idea is, like, you're supposed to be able to ask them anything. So people will ask them about, like, stuff about their history, blah, blah, blah.
Uh-huh.
But, like, he didn't get the memo on, like, what the AMA was supposed to be about exactly. So it was, like, the most historically, like, disastrous one where he kept being like, please, can we just talk about Rampart? Like, he kept, like, trying to, like,
Please, my children are starving. Can we talk about Rampart?
Yeah, he kept trying to redirect the discussion back towards Rampart in a way where it's like, dude, that's not the point of these things. Like, yes, it's supposed to be promotion for Rampart in the end. Like, that's why you're doing it, but, like, that's not what an AMA is. So that always gets referenced anytime, like, an AMA goes south. It's like, oh, like, yeah, Rampart. I think that thread is probably still up. 14 years ago, Jesus Christ. I'm Woody Harrelson AMA.
Now you're as old as Woody Harrelson. I'm Woody Harrelson AMA. I'm always afraid to do AMAs because I feel like the A is a real dangerous permission to give people.
Right. Yeah, seeing, like, obviously it's an old thread, so, like, not all of the comments have survived, but this is so funny. Like, this is the worst AMA of all time. Please, for the love of God, someone tell his agent. Someone else, I love Woody Harrelson, but this is seriously the worst freaking AMA in the history of Reddit. Like, it's so
it's so weird to even think about reviewing an experience like that, like it's an event, because it is just a completely asynchronous forum post.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you're, like, attending it.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird to think about it that way.
I gotta look up there. Like, surely there's, like, a YouTube video of, like, top AMA disasters. That's good.
This is all slowly gonna make sense. I believe in me. How much of blade do I have? Oh, not nearly enough. Only 7. It's just oddly recognizable. You do just slowly become especially familiar with specific book series in this game, and so you just, like, you get invested in the through line of slowly finding every volume of a certain set, because they just, like, weirdly stick in your brain, even though they only have 10, so they don't occur any more or less than the other ones. That's, like, the specific ones where, like, whenever you find a new one, you're like, oh, I gotta go over and put the thing there. I know what this one is.
The books you wish were real.
Yeah. One of them was The Philosophy of Backseat Gaming.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
They knew what they're doing when they put that in the game. Like,
Uh-huh.
They knew people were going to see that in a stream and comment on it. That's great.
Whoa. There was like an invisible wall. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's pretty close.
Yeah, people were speculating that the Kelsey Grammer AMA was getting too many questions about him being a MAGA dipshit, so...
Invisible hitbox thing.
Hell yeah.
What the fuck? That's so
Like,
weird.
the railing probably sticks out, like, slightly further than it appears. Or your weird, like, hitbox is, like, awkwardly wide or something.
Something is up over there.
Bask says, loser, you can't just tell someone their hitbox is wide. I can and I will.
I mean, most consider that to be a compliment.
Deal. Yeah, hell yeah.
Right in my hurt box, woo. Cool.
Would that be considered hitbox shaming?
Hitbox shaming, daddy.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can invent a new kink.
Hitbox attribute theft. Is this a full set finally? Ah! The Zen of perfect parrying, the Sekiro book.
Look at that.
These fucking names.
And is that a 5-volume series on perfect pairing? Jesus,
10 volumes on perfect
10.
pairing, yeah.
Good God. The author is the pairing god, apparently. That person has played literally every video game that has a pairing mechanic.
Why hasn't anybody stopped him?
And mastered all of them. Oh yeah, I didn't even look at the vote for tonight.
Oh yeah. Me when I sign up for a bonus stream after my marathon stream. There's such a weird territory of just being like, I'm just hooked enough that I'm like, I'm not even that worried if it's like good content or not. I'm just like, no, I just have to finish the game. I need it.
Yeah, no, sometimes you just gotta play what you want to play.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Naked Warrior complete.
I caught a little bit of that other game you were playing, which looked pretty cool. The what was that called? Pronoun Palace.
Pronoun Palace is neat, yeah.
Yeah, I stopped watching because I was like, do I want to play this myself? But yeah, that looked cool.
Oh shit, I was gonna put that in the poll, I forgot. Whoops.
Oh yeah, if you do, I will.
Shit. I will shit.
How does that work? Was that a situation where you were just having people kind of like hang out while you play it, or is there an actual like multiplayer mechanic like to it?
Let's see. I'm changing crossword dailies to Pronoun Palace because that's what I meant to do. Crossword has been replaced by Pronoun Palace game roguelite where y'all help me spell words. There we go. It's like kind of like Boggle, I think. Maybe I've never played Boggle, but basically it's like a bunch of letters are dropping down in a Tetrisy sort of way, or I guess more of a Bejeweled sort of way. Like when you use them, they get replaced vertically, and you keep trying to spell words with them, but the words are doing like Slay the Spire style, like attack and defense stats each turn, and you're trying to play through a roguelike that way.
Yeah.
So both trying to spell the longest words you can, but also sometimes trying to get certain letters in because they're worth more, or they have weird modifiers on them. It just seemed like a fun thing to do with the group. And also because I have motivated reasoning because it's doing well on the channel from the Let's Try, so I'm like, maybe I should turn this into a series, but I don't know how much I want to do a bunch of episodes where it's just me trying to spell alone all the time. And also, my schedule's already full in the traditional sense, so maybe I just put it through the back door of it being in the multiplayer slot stuff.
Right.
I'm just like, how do I get more footage of this game that's actually kind of doing well, so maybe I should do more than one video on it vibe.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
So weird trying to run a Let's Play channel. Especially we're trying to run a Let's Play channel when you're trying to the whole time trying to find time to go work on your other channels. But then the Let's Play channel is so good at like asking infinite time and attention from me, which wouldn't be that bad if it was still the peak of Let's Plays doing well.
Oh, Trucker King asked, do you think you folks will play the DLC for Abiotic Factor? I will force Keith at gunpoint if I have to.
Yeah, we just have to wait for the next DLC to come out where they actually add a place to play.
That's what we wanted to do, right? Because there was like a small DLC and like a bigger one.
They added like pets or something and some other like they had like some features, but like we want to wait until
I still haven't checked that out myself either. I think I just kind of experience all of that fresh with everyone else. But yeah, I got addicted to that game and sunk a lot of hours into it on my own.
Yeah, I have a lot of experience of revisiting games when various updates come out, and a lot of the time it's just really hard to actually come up with stuff to do if the new stuff that if it was added isn't a zone to play through.
Right.
So I'm gonna wait for the next update where they add like an entire, I don't know, beach themed zone or whatever's happening there. There was like a trailer that I half watched, but I didn't really care because I'm not really making a decision. I already know that I'm probably covering it, so I'm just like, oh, it exists. And that's the level of engagement I had from it. Oh, these sets are coming together. The sword sets are coming together. So Abiotic Factor is a maybe, or a eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, I would try to rally everyone to play it because I definitely want to. That was one of those things I played through like right before I started streaming myself, and it's like, had I gotten into it a few months later, I probably would have streamed the shit out of it, but I did that all offline.
Sword Saint. Sword Saint also sounds like a reference to Sekiro. This is Sword Saint, the one who sliced the mountains.
Yeah, Ishin.
Ishin. Getting a lot of payoff for having noticed all of these blade books so far. Okay, one more of those. Oh, that's all 10 of these. A people enchanted by glowing slabs. Okay, I don't know where that goes. I guess enchantment is its own category. Enchanting 1G.
Oh, I'm gonna get running for now, but yeah, I might catch you later on depending on what wins the vote and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
Cool, catch you later. Have a good evening.
People enchanted by glowing slabs. Oh, it's because the other world is a reference to our world with the no magic and technology and so on. So they're talking about fucking phones. There it is. It took me a while to understand what the gag here was with the section of the library. I'm a lot of friends. They're all gone. Yeah, we have the people enchanted with glowing slabs. They call their mana dark energy. Demanding fresh graduates with 10 years of experience. The curious daily life of world without magic. A world without a demon lord, yet full of corporate slaves. And strange technology of another world, the ultimate language of C++. It's like, that's the joke of C++ being such a real life thingy is tied to the fact that that entire theme of those books is that they're all about our world, actually. That's the joke. The glowing slabs, they're enchanted by phones. It's a book about phone addiction. And by book, I mean 10 volumes? How the fuck do you have 10 volumes about the kid? I don't know if I can believe these... I don't know if I can believe these books are as long as the game's implying they are. Who the fuck is writing that much about each of these things? Got some wordy authors around here. Is this the final Blade book? Oopsie. Dark Berserker. Those are both the same book. Alchemy Stone. Phases. Do I have all these yet? I do. Practical Transfiguration. That's just a Transfiguration book. There we go. Alright, chat, what should we talk about? We're now back in solo mode. 1F. One. 4, 10, 8, 5, 9. Oops. What happened there? Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Yeah. 140. We're in progress. If you're writing about books for people that have never seen a cell phone before, I guess you could write 10 volumes. I guess. You have to be like really exhaustive about the concept of the internet. Like, with unnecessary specificity. Like to the extent where you're like, okay man, some of this could have been left to implication instead of written in complete and exhausting detail. The Transfig book? Is that what I just did here, I think? Yep. Barrel, 141 out of 400. Ugh. Anything I'm excited about this summer? I feel like I don't think ahead. Like at all. Not even games necessarily. I don't know if I think, like, pay attention to what's coming in a structured way most of the time. If I'm interpreting things correctly, I mean, might be going to my first Pride tomorrow. Which would be surreal, maybe. At least I think it's tomorrow. Joke of the title of this stream where I'm like, can this librarian get his pizza party before Pride? Got a lot of warrior books in here. pride, all of my love of queer events crossed with my somewhat distaste for direct sunlight and loud crowds. Mixed feelings all across the way. Man, I have a whole other stack of brown books to go through, so I'm so kind of surprised that I finished one of the sets. Is this 10? This is 9. That's still 9. Oh, wait. Did I not pick that one up? Oh, there was a 10th one right there. There's also a warrior book. Damn, we have a lot of warrior books. Have I played Narakabe? No. We got a lot of the warrior stuff set up now. Clean these up a little bit. Definitely use like a big suck button for moments like this. Oop. That's actually a set. Let's see. Is that a set I've collected a little bit of? I think so. Sure, a lot of them are. Ones do kind of stand out. Keep spotting them. I probably already threw some of them back in there, though. Wait, that one landed. Ugh. What's my opinion on the Woims? Don't know what that means. So far, every time I look over, someone's like, what do you think about sploinkles? And I'm like, I don't know what anyone in chat's talking about. I'm sorry. Genuinely speaking a different language right now. There's probably some stuff in there I shouldn't have thrown out. Oh well. Got like these red shield books somewhere, right? There's some of them. I remember putting a dragon book over here. I think I'd already found a bunch of them before. Okay, some of them over here. Magic Guide for Warriors. Humanization. Okay. Those are all the same. God, it bounced right off the wall. There we go. What am I excited about playing that I think will do well on YouTube? Well, Deltarune Chapter 5 comes out in like a week or two. Which snuck up on me. I'm like, fuck, didn't I just play 3 and 4? What do you mean there's another one already? But people seem to like those. And I like them. And they're short, which is nice to not be trapped in a game for 700 years. You shouldn't be here. We're at 8 of these. Or updated these, okay. I guess we had to wait so long for Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4, which were bundled. Wait, is that... Is the same books? Oh, they're just in 2 different sets. Oops. Okay, well I can finish that then. We spent like years and years waiting for 3 and 4 to the point where I kind of forgot what was even happening, that I was just very caught off guard by the idea of 5 being out already. I guess they are like little episodic stories. And it's also probably been way longer than I think it has. Preservation of mental identity and therianthropic spells? This is the furry spell. This is just the furry spell. Is that transfiguration? I think it's transfiguration. They're hitting me with the furry spell. For me, I'm just constantly caught off guard because I'm like, okay, I'm still airing Hollow Knight, but maybe I can finally air Pathologic 3 like 6 months late. I'll finally get to show people Pathologic 3 or something, and then it's like, oh fuck, Deltarune Chapter 5 is coming out, and also Mina is coming out, and I'm like, oh, where the fuck? There's so many video games. How the fuck do you? It's like it's a rough time to be a Let's Player where you actually like air these as like a regular schedule on a regular basis, as opposed to like just being a streamer that just binges the game in like a week and then it's dead to them and they don't have to ever go back to it again. It's really hard to keep up with all these crazy games as they're coming out. It feels so unmanageable. I'm keeping this one upstairs. Oh, I can see why I would sometimes call this one green. Beastmaster's Journey. Okay, some of these have to go back in the pile because they are not successful pile starters. And they're just cluttering everything up by not being a successful start to a pile. They go back in the pile. I think I just saw the rest of this pile over here. These are different. Oh, this is a cursed. Okay. Only cowards become long-range mages, and labor realities of mages unpaid and unprotected items. Oh, there's only one exception. They were all the same book except one of them. That is so cursed, the slight difference in the covers on these ones. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Mina is out? Yeah, Mina is out. I'm already doing a series on it, but it's only on Patreon and early access because my schedule's still full. Mina probably won't air until after Hollow Knight, Silksong, because I don't want to get rid of my puzzle game slot again in order to make popular thing be available or whatever. I keep losing my puzzle game slot to be the idea that like, no, you gotta cover this right now, it's new. And to be honest, I'm not really rewarded for playing new games when they're new anymore. It doesn't feel like... I'll like rearrange my entire schedule to make like a new thing, get on the to get the videos for the new thing to come out as soon as possible and put all that work in, and then half the time it doesn't really feel like people even show up to watch it. To the point where I sometimes wonder if I even need to cover new releases at all. But there definitely are cases like Blueprints where it's so uniquely and specifically my thing that if I cover it right away, then people really jump on it and have a good time with that. I've just been repeatedly surprised that stuff that I thought was my thing does not seem to be my thing. Repeatedly, it seems like stuff that I thought was why people come to me turned out to not be why people come to me, because they just flopped. It's rough being like, I'm still recording it months later. I'm like now, like, seeming like 100 episodes deep into Pathologic 3. And I'm like, I'm the Pathologic guy, right? People watch me for Pathologic when it comes out. And it's just not doing well at all. And I'm like, oh no. It's gonna not do well for a very long time in that time slot. It's gonna take a long time to get through all those videos. But the only way to make it go faster is to make the videos longer, which means then having to work more hours all the time, because I then have to make up for all the lost backlog when I convert all those shorter videos into longer videos, into like marathon things, which I've done before, but it really does just mean like I get to just work twice as much all the time, because I then have to record way more all over again. I don't know, I'm looking at this clock, this map. It's not all of the social books, right? 7, yeah. Coming out as queer and doing furry stuff led to a lot of videos that did really well, but it also led to a really strange demographic shift in my audience, where some people left and some people rejoined, and it's really hard to tell what people want now. And when I do a poll asking them, this new audience doesn't watch what they voted for, so I can't even ask them what they want. It's just genuinely hard to figure out what will do well. But also, Let's Plays are kind of dying, so just in general trend, all of them are doing worse in general. And people are just watching Let's Plays less and less, because people just prefer the immediacy of streams, but that's rough, because streams are just not a replacement for Let's Plays in a direct sense, besides the part where they're a guy talking over gameplay. Because the interactivity and so on, and the noisiness and so on, are such a departure from why a lot of people like watching streams in the first place, or like watching Let's Plays in the first place. So you can't just like switch over and have everyone be happy. But also fundamentally, completely different games do well on streams versus Let's Plays. Like, a lot of stuff that requires context and continuous attention and you watching from front to back is Let's Play only territory. Whereas a lot of stuff that does well on streams fundamentally requires engaging with it on a different level. So you can say goodbye to entire genres of video game. There's entire genres that are still popular in Let's Play form, but not popular at all in stream form. Just a weird mess to unpack. Just one more of these. Could be anywhere. Was that all the brown piles? I think it was. Oh no. So how many stacks of 10 did I not successfully make? That's 8. Oop. Nope. No, these are quite enough. Pathologic 3 is a super weird game because they got rid of the time constraints that they're kind of what's interesting. Interracial social dynamics is... They got rid of the time constraint stuff, and it feels like they rebooted some of the stuff almost in a way where like they changed certain... Wow, so I gotta find this thing. Sociology TH? I think so. 2H. It feels like they sanded off some of the more off-putting elements of the series that people struggled with in order to attract a new audience, but then they also made a game that is so context dependent on the previous games that it's kind of impossible to be in at a starting point, which has been an interesting dilemma I've seen a few times with properties lately. Like, that's what happened with the reboot of Doctor Who. Disney tried to have a weird, like, jumping on point reboot-ish thing with Doctor Who with the new seasons with Shurigawa, but then it's almost like Russell T Davies didn't get that memo or something, because the seasons then opened with a ton of like really fan servicey, long-term engagement important stuff, where like a bunch of like stuff that's like paying off super long-term narratives and like callbacks to like villains from like decades ago and nonsense. And it's like, how is this supposed to be understandable to people that are trying to start here? I don't understand. These two both go somewhere. How many of these are there again? That was the last one, yay! Monsterology. One A. I was very unsatisfied with the current iteration of Doctor Who. It was a really big bummer. I had some hope because the first season had like 3 really good episodes, but then the second season sincerely did not have a single good episode in its entire run. It was a real rough time. I was really bummed out about how we're gonna unpack these messes. Like maybe red next, because it technically comes up, but oh god. Okay, well this looks like a green book, first of all. Stay in there. These kind of stand out. Ooh. Oh, my shoulder. Ugh. I think now just the raw labor starts kicking in of just like, can I notice, I'm trying to play like match pairs right now, like can I just notice some that are kind of similar? Only cowards become long range mages. Is this all 10? That's all 10. The Warrior's Creed. Ah. Go. A lot of warrior stuff going on lately. That seems pretty red. Oh, mana depletion. Really, I'm just picking through the pile and just being like, do any of these spark any level of recognition? Like one of my only chances to like create some kind of patterns here. And of course, just the more I dig through the pile, the more I'll recognize them from repeated exposure, like these two. trying to create a system here. Okay, forgotten records of extinct. The problem is that then the pile gets too big, and then I'm just like, oh fuck. Where were any of the ones that were in common with each other? I'm in trouble. I think language is over here. Yes. Ooh. Creatures of sky and sea over here. Okay, so I need to separate these. Monsterology. This is the ecological pyramid of monsters, not to be confused. So that pile of the same book was actually 3 different books. Whoops. Slowly getting somewhere. Oh my god, I thought this was this book. These are different books. Social. I keep spotting the word social. And just be like, that's the one. I'll slowly find all of those. Competitive society. I keep finding only 2 at a time. I remember this. Big M. A pictorial guide to the ecology of monsters. This is a different book. A different, slightly similar book title. Oh no. I'm so fucked.